Today let's talk about a couple of specialty filaments.
Let's talk about buttered sausage.
So I thought these were pretty cool. I figured, you know, the price is up there on a couple of these, so why not have me check them out? I'll take the hit on the price. Let's see if they're worth the money. First, let's talk about electrically conductive filament. Is it really worth it? The price of it will be right here. I remember it was pretty pricey, so this is something that you definitely want to find out if it's going to work for your purposes before you go and order it. So I printed up a benchy with two sides. I just split it down the middle, just added a modifier in bamboo. We've got our two individual sides that I can run a positive and negative leg to and see what we get. See if we can power an LED, see if we can drive a little motor, anything like that. Let's check that voltage first. So let's power up our power supply. Got at 12 volts, maximum of 10 amps. We're not going to need that, but it's there if it's needed. Got our voltmeter here. See if we get this light on. And we have our benchy hooked up here. Separation of regular PLA in the middle, conductive PLA on each side. So let's send the voltage. And voltage is being pushed, and there it is. It's going straight through. We're at 12.8 on there and 12.78 on the voltmeter. So that's a good sign. Let's see what happens when we introduce a load to it. All right, so we've got our LED clamped on here. It's on each side. No voltage right now. Let's turn it back on and see if we get a light. I don't know. And look at that. It's lit up. It actually lit up. That's incredible. That's super cool. Let me turn off the light on this table to... Yeah, it's got voltage running through it. Looks like we're at... It's dropped down to 2.5 volts or so, and it's... Oh my God, I'm an idiot. The table controls the power supply. Okay, so let's try this again. Oh my God. All right, so we're gonna send the voltage. Here we go. We got our light again. You can clearly see that lit up. I don't need to turn off the table, right? Right? You can see that, correct? Okay, so that's pretty incredible. 3.78 volts going through. So it's acting as a very large resistor going through there. It's not so much like a path of copper. It's more just like a very strong resistor. But it's enough where we can get some LED light, and that's pretty cool. If you plan that into your build, that could work really well. But I have a feeling anything with a higher amp draw, like a fan or a motor, I don't think it's gonna happen, but let's find out. The benchy is now hooked up to a little 12-volt fan. Let's see what happens with it. So we're at 31 volts right now. Might as well send it, right? And it's only sending through 2.2 on this little fan, and it is not enough to budge it. It's not doing anything. So the small amount of amperage draw that even this little fan has is too much for the resistance of the benchy, of the conductive benchy. So that is not going to work. It just has too much resistance. It's not going to happen. The amperage cannot pass through. So that's a fail. But I think I do have some 5-volt fans around here. Maybe that'll be different. Let's check it out. All right, here we go. We've got our 3.3 to 5-volt fan hooked up now. So let's go ahead and send some voltage. See what it does. Oh man, even lower. And we've got no action here on the fan. Brought it down to 1.12. We're at 31 volts. Amps are way above what it could ever draw. And we've got no action here. Conductive PLA I can see being handy for a switch or maybe low powered LEDs. But if you're wanting to run anything that has any kind of amp draw, it's just not going to work for that purpose. I actually tested this out on a thinner strand too. I won't bore you guys with that part of the video. It made zero difference whether it was thick PLA, whether it was thin PLA. The conductive PLA just acts as a huge resistor, and It's cool. It's cool that it does pass voltage. It passes voltage right through. It just can't handle any kind of a load. So what do you think? Should I give it a little test? A little finger test? Nah. I think Electroboom already has all that stuff covered. I'm good on that experiment. So up next, let's talk about magnetic filament. I printed up some of the little eyepieces for a Deadpool mask. And then I printed one side and I went ahead and inserted the rare earth magnets. So, let's see. It does hold, but I wouldn't say it's the strongest hold in the world. I think if you had the magnets all the way around on the full-size mask up there, then it would hold in place pretty well. It's fairly snug on there. I did go ahead and I filled all the holes where the magnets would have been. I just went in Bamboo Studio, created a primitive, and just filled those. Real easy to do, and that way it was a good test. I had plenty of surface area for contact. But you can see it goes on there, it clips on. It is staying on there. Is it the strongest thing in the world? No, of course not. But it does stick. It is in fact magnetic. I can definitely see plenty of uses for this. That's actually really cool. I did go with a setting of 4 walls on this and a 25% infill, so that way it had more material in there, more for the magnets to actually grab a hold of. The price for that magnetic filament, I'll put right here. You can find links to both of these filaments, of course, in the description below. But yeah, I think that's actually pretty neat. That one is worth the money for me. I can think of all kinds of applications for this. What would you guys do with magnetic filament? Tell me in the comments, or the conductive. If you have a good use for that, let me know what you guys would do with it. So to sum things up, is this stuff cool? Certainly, yeah, it's very cool. We got our decent sized spool of the magnetic filament and our tiny little spool of the conductive filament. It's cool stuff. Is it worth the price? I'll let you decide on that. They both have their potential and they both have their limits. I mean, as far as bang for your buck, magnetic filament did more for me. Conductive is very neat in theory. It's just not so much in practice. So if you guys have some filaments you want me to check out, leave them in the comments below. I'll give them a test. We'll see how they work. I'm always interested in checking out new things, new technologies. So thanks for watching this one, guys. Just a couple of quick tests of some materials just in case you guys were wondering if they were worth it or not. I hope that helped. Oh, also, if you found any of this content helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. See you in the next one.